they stop at the Capitol. We are great because our ancestors sacrificed their blood, their sweat, their tears, their fortunes, and sometimes their lives. Socialist Democrats attack and mock our moral values, even to the point of sarcastically in the United States Capitol, one of the most revered places in America, mockingly closing their hedonistic prayers with a man and a woman. What is that? Socialist Democrats attack our Bill of Rights on a daily basis. They attack, and tomorrow is a time for fighting. But let's be clear. Regardless of today's outcome, the 2022 and 2024 elections are right around the corner. And America does not need and cannot tolerate any more weakling, cowering, wimpy Republican congressmen and senators who covet the power and the prestige the swamp has to offer while groveling at the feet and the knees of the special interest group masters. Today is the day American patriots start taking down names and kicking ass. Now, our ancestors sacrificed their blood, their sweat, their tears, their fortunes, and sometimes their lives to give us, their descendants, an America that is the greatest nation in world history. So I have a question for you. Are you willing to do the same? Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. Yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. That caused socialists and weak-kneed Republicans on Capitol Hill to know that we, American patriots, are not going to take it anymore. That we, American patriots, are going to come right at them. That we, American patriots, are going to take America back and carry the message to Capitol Hill. What are the words that cause socialists and weak-kneed Republicans on Capitol Hill to shake in their boots and cower in their foxholes? What are the words that scare the hell out of socialists and weak-kneed Republicans alike? Join with me. USA, 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 USA. God bless America, and the fight begins today.
But hey, there's something going on at the Capitol today. And even if they think for a second that they're going to get away with it today, they got another thing coming. Americans will stand up for themselves and protect their rights, and they will demand that the politicians that we elect uphold those rights, or we will go after them. Let me tell you, they haven't seen a resistance until they have seen a patriot fight for their country. Because we know how to fight for our country. We're not going to complain. We're not going to cry in the streets. We're not going to go sit in. You're going to see us, and you're going to hear us. Because I can see from here all the way back, there are more of us than there are of them, and they're about to see us coming.
If nothing else, what Republicans should have learned is how to go on offense and win and fight back, punch back from Donald Trump. So for years, as the Republicans over at the Capitol have been telling us they've been fighting for us, what have they been doing? They've been let Republicans know we're coming for you, and Democrats too.
And that's why we're here today, to show him that we are going to fight for him.
Stands for, and guys, that's why we fight. That's why my father sends out a tweet. Patriots descend on Washington, D.C. And they need to stand up, and we need to march on the Capitol today.
I'm looking at the crowd here and the tens of thousands, probably 100,000 plus people here. And you did it all without burning down buildings? You did it without ripping down churches? Without looting? I didn't know that that was possible. According to the media, when you have a large gathering of peaceful protesters, they're supposed to burn it all down. This isn't their Republican Party anymore. This is Donald Trump's Republican Party. And that is what so many in the Republican establishment have created, that sort of mentality. Okay, we'll turn the other cheek. We'll roll over and die. We'll fold and give up. No more! So to those Republicans, many of which may be voting on things in the coming hours, you have an opportunity today. You can be a hero, or you can be a zero. And the choice is yours, but we are all watching. That's right, guys. That's the message. These guys better fight for Trump, because if they're not, guess what? I'm gonna be in your backyard in a couple of months. Guess what, folks? If you're gonna be the zero and not the hero, we're coming for you, and we're gonna have a good time doing it.
Wow, this crowd has some fight in it. I am so thankful that each and every single one of you have come. You know, I just rolled down from the Capitol building about 2 miles away down Pennsylvania Avenue. I see so many of my friends who are up in Congress with me who are about to go back to that Capitol Hill. And at 12 o'clock today, we will be contesting the election. My friends, I want you to chant with me so loud that the cowards on Washington, D.C. that I serve with can hear you.
Every single thing that has been outlined as the plan for today is perfectly legal. So let's have trial by combat. It is a matter of scientific proof. We need 2 days to establish that. It'd be a shame if that gets established after it's over, wouldn't it be?
And all we are demanding of Vice President Pence is this afternoon at 1 o'clock, he let the legislatures of the state look into this so we get to the bottom of it and the American people know whether we have control of the direction of our government or not.
Mark Meadows, an actual fighter, one of the few, a real fighter. Thank you, Mark. Kimberly.
Yes, have the courage to do the right thing. Fight.
We have hundreds of thousands of people here, and I just want them to be recognized by the fake news media. Turn your cameras, please, and show what's really happening out here, because these people are not going to take it any longer. They're not going to take it any longer. The media is the biggest problem we have, as far as I'm concerned. Single biggest problem. The fake news and the big tech. We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved. John is one of the most brilliant lawyers in the country, and he looked at this and he said, What an absolute disgrace that this could be happening to our Constitution. And he looked at Mike Pence, and I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so. I hope so. Because if Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election. All he has to do, this is from the #1, or certainly one of the top constitutional lawyers in our country. He has the absolute right to do it. We're supposed to protect our country, support our Constitution, and protect our Constitution. States want to revote. The states got defrauded. They were given false information. They voted on it. Now they want to recertify. They want it back. All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. And we become president, and you are the happiest people. And I just spoke to Mike. I said, Mike, that doesn't take courage. What takes courage is to do nothing. That takes courage. And then we're stuck with a president who lost the election by a lot, and we have to live with that for 4 more years. We're just not going to let that happen. Many of you, we want to go back and we want to get this right, because we're going to have somebody in there that should not be in there, and our country will be destroyed, and we're not going to stand for that. No, it's amazing. The weak Republicans, they're pathetic Republicans, and that's what happens. If this happened to the Democrats, there'd be hell all over the country going on. There'd be hell all over the country. But just remember this, you're stronger, you're smarter, you've got more going than anybody, and they try and demean everybody having to do with us, and you're the real people. You're the people that built this nation. You're not the people that tore down our nation. All over the world, they talk about our elections. You know what the world says about us now? They say we don't have free and fair elections, and you know what else? We don't have a free and fair press. Our media is not free, it's not fair. It suppresses thought, it suppresses speech, and it's become the enemy of the people. It's become the enemy of the people. It's the biggest problem we have in this country. And we're going to have to fight much harder. And Mike Pence is going to have to come through for us. And if he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country, because you're sworn to uphold our Constitution. Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women, and we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building. Today we see a very important event, though, because right over there, right there, we see the event going to take place, and I'm going to be watching, because history is going to be made. I want to thank the more than 140 members of the House. Those are warriors. They want to recertify. But the only way that can happen is if Mike Pence agrees to send it back. Mike Pence has to agree to send it back. And we got to get rid of the weak Congress people, the ones that aren't any good, the Liz Cheneys of the world. We got to get rid of them. We got to get rid. Because they want to steal the election. The radical left knows exactly what they're doing. They're ruthless, and it's time that somebody did something about it. And Mike Pence, I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country.
And if you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I will tell you right now. They want to play so straight. They want to play so, sir, yes, the United States. The Constitution doesn't allow me to send them back to the States. Well, I say, yes, it does, because the Constitution says you have to protect our country and you have to protect our Constitution. And you can't vote on fraud. And fraud breaks up everything, doesn't it? When you catch somebody in a fraud, you're allowed to go by very different rules. So I hope Mike has the courage to do what he has to do. And I hope he doesn't listen to the rhinos and the stupid people that he's listening to. So we're going to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. I love Pennsylvania Avenue. And we're going to the Capitol, and we're going to try and give, the Democrats are hopeless. They're never voting for anything. Not even one vote. But we're going to try and give our Republicans, the weak ones, because the strong ones don't need any of our help, we're going to try and give them the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country. So let's walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. I want to thank you all. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you all.